Hello, 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 and welcome to my brand new LP. My name's Hal, and well, it's obvious what we're playing. Yep. I'm not sure why I wanted to keep this a secret. I guess just to keep you guys on your toes a little. Let's do that. Just keep you guessing. But yes, we are playing Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Oh, I've got goosebumps. This is a game I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. Years and years even. I remember making a trailer way back when I think I was still doing Spyro 2 at the time. I originally wanted to do this game after Pokemon Sapphire. You know, in that kind of slot. But obviously, you know, God, when did I start that game? It was like 2.5 years ago? It must be at least 2.5 years. And I'm just over halfway through. So, yeah, that's a long time to wait. So I thought now would be kind of, you know, I've wanted to do this game for a while. I'm trying to get back into LPing, so why don't we do it now? So, yeah. So, I'm going to do new game. There's my past save files. I think that was when I was dicking about a little while ago. And obviously that one's 100% completed. Before I start... Oh, I forgot to turn off notifications. Oh well, I'll turn them off and... Remind me to turn them off in the comments, I guess. Yeah, before I start, I guess I should say I'm not going to commentate over the larger cutscenes, I suppose. Even the little ones, I can a bit. So I'll make it an option for you guys. If you want to skip it, skip straight to the gameplay, you can. If you want to follow on with the story, then obviously watch the cutscenes. But just to warn you, I'm not going to be commentating. And as this is the first episode, it's going to have a long cutscene full of opening stuff and exposition and all that crap. So, yeah, either way, I'll see you in a bit. Oh, it's got to save first. It's saving. There we go.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the Precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness Eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Green Eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts in Eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it, if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Alright, so here we are. Right where, at the beginning of the game.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
So, yeah, tutorial levels are tutorial-y. So I'm going to be interrupted a lot. But, yeah, welcome to my playthrough of Jak and Daxter. Yay! As I said, you should probably, as I said in, like, the last the video I put up. Oh, here we go.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them.
Why are orbs egg-shaped?
Give you a power cell in exchange.
But they're not orbs, they're eggs. Anyway, as I said in the video I put up a couple of weeks ago now, I suppose, I'm going to be a bit shaky. My commentary's not that great. You know, I haven't done this in fucking ages. But I'm going to give it my best shot, and I've got a good feeling about it. I might be a bit rusty and, you know, carrying on talking and multitasking and doing things at the same time, but I'm going to give it a go. And burping into the microphone is always a good way to start off.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Graph zoomer.
Okay, so this really is kind of like a by-the-book 3D collectible, 3D platformer collectible. You know, there's the kind of the currency, the one where there's a limited amount of in each level, the precursor orbs. Then there's the power cells, which are, you know, the kind of like the jiggies and the orbs and all that kind of crap. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You can save. It's fine. But you know, this is a prime example of that genre. Like, kind of.
You found one of my scout flies.
Scout flies.
I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells.
Why
But
7?
the lurkers must have captured them all.
Bit of an arbitrary number. Yeah, but it's like, it's it's by the book. It follows all the rules, and it does it damn well. It just, it's one of my favourite. And to be honest, I think it's one of the cleanest and best of the genre. Just kind of the controls are good, the design is, I think the art, to be honest, I think it's one of the best looking games on the PS2 at the time. I mean, obviously it was quite early in the system cycle. There's power cell, so you get a power cell each time. Collect 7, you know. By the book, as I said.
Wow, that last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you
It's not
collect
surprising
all 7
whatsoever.
in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's Blue Eco.
Exposition
The
much.
energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that. I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. So this game was released really early into the system cycle, the PS2's life cycle. But it's just beautiful. I mean, yeah. Granted, this is the HD remake, but you know, as I said in the podcast kind of thing I did with Josh a little while ago, a couple of months back, when we were talking about HD remakes. I've always thought that HD remakes look like how you remember the game looked when you first played them. You know, how they looked in your memory's mind's eye.
How each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Oh shit. Oh, God damn it, I keep losing my train of thought. Yeah, they look how you remember them, you know? And, so yeah, this kind of looks how I remember it, and I remember it looking brilliant.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
Oh, you kind of sounded a bit perverse then, when you said body. Ooh. Gross. But yeah, even when it first came out, compared to other games, I'm just making sure I haven't missed any eggs, because I kind of, no I haven't. It's just like, not only is the, I mean, yeah, the graphics aren't groundbreaking, they're very cartoony and everything, much like the genre, but like the design, this in particular, Precursor Metal is like, I think it's like a, got another thingy here. This is a vent.
Eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of Blue Eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Okay, thank you. Tutorial level is tutorially. But yeah, the metal, yeah. I think it's like this running consistent motif is just brilliant because it's like consistent design. It's got a feeling to it that kind of, it's really stand out.
The Blue Eco caused the door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
I mean, as I said, it is ridiculously by the book, but I reckon just through its design and tight controls and stuff like that, it really stands out. And now we're going to talk about Green Eco.
Green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
And cool. So, green equals good. Green good. Good. Right. Yeah. I mean, I'll talk, like, there are certain levels in particular where, you know, they're more double jumping, good, where they're more kind of based around the precursor kind of technology, and it's like a definite precursor level, like the Sunken City, or whatever it's called later on. That just, you know, I've really, that's just so cool, and they just look really cool. And it's just a fantastic lore. I mean, the Precursor is a name for I think Precursor means came before or something like that. It's just really cool background story and stuff. I'll probably talk about it more when we get to those levels. It's a bit deep for the first gameplay. One thing that, however, I will have to mention now is the fact that this is a really bad way to look, but the fact that you can see other levels, it really makes this place feel alive. Like, there was a better view kind of halfway through the level that I probably should have stopped.
You found all of the power cells on the island. Come back back to the warp gate so I can bring you back to the lab. Hurry up.
Okay. Stop being so impatient. But yeah, look, there's Misty Island over there, and from our part of the level, I probably should have stopped and had a look at it. You can see like the whole island, the whole like continent and stuff like that, especially in like the higher places. It's just great. Okay, so that is it, I guess, for Giza Rock. I suppose actually I'll show the last cutscene, or the cutscene after this. So I'll see you in a minute.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Such a majestic way of words, this sage. So, right, we're done with Giza Rock, and now, look, just look at that view. It's just, I get goose pimples every time I kind of start playing this game, just because it's just so beautiful. I mean, like, Ratchet, yeah, say what you will about Ratchet & Clank looking a little bit better. I mean, some people have. I know some people prefer that. But they just don't have the same... That game just does not have the same sense of scale. The fact that you can see other levels, or parts of other levels in the distance. It's just oofed. Anyway, so in the next episode, we'll start going around and talking to villagers in Sandover Village, talking to people, that kind of thing, doing tasks, blah blah blah. I'll probably start off by talking to this lovely lady in there. But yeah, so this is the end of the first episode. Oh god, I'm so out of touch with outros. But yeah, I hope it's not been too bad. I don't think it's been too bad a start. For the first time I've done any kind of commentary in, god, 9 months, I think. You know, I could have had a baby in between. I didn't have a baby, by the way. That's not what happened. I haven't had a kid. Some people have said that, but no. Anyway, so yeah, see you next time. We'll do stuff then. Bye.